Looks a lot better already.
Hey guys, Cliff here, Curry Custom Cutlery. Look what I found. This is a beat up old chef knife. The guy wants me to restore it, fix the tip. I'm going to put a K-tip on it. We're going to satin polish it, and we're going to fix the handle as well. I'm just going to do it step by step for you guys today and walk you right through it, what I would do. Let's go ahead and get started. So our first step is the 2x42, and we can do it a couple different ways when the scratches are deep. Also, you can see we've got some the blades going different directions and stuff like that as well. So I'm just going to use an 80 grit belt and do some rough in, and we're going to do a satin polish on the sides. We'll do the reprofiling. I probably have to drop down for the K-tip, and we'll start with that. Okay, so for the first step, I'm just going to bring the K-tip and put that back in. It obviously was broke off at some point, and somebody has just flattened it, but I'm gonna bring it back at an angle. That's gonna be our first grind.
I'm gonna keep it wet, keep it cool. Somebody said that should be a feature. A 36 strip belt. Not grabbing on the edge. See just how quick that will take that material down. So as we come down right towards the very end here, then we want to stop and start keeping it wet all the time, because this is the edge we don't want to get overheated. We were dunking in between. Keep it wet. There we go. Then we got more of a K-tip on the thing. I'm going to round this edge right here, and then we're going to go soften that edge and soften that edge. That just broke that surface off right there. Maybe a little bit more, just to put a little round right on that right there.
And action. So we're back. We just did the 36 grit grind to redo the K-tip, and we added a little lore to the back. This was in our very first ever video at our very first shop, and so now it's going to live over here. It's rusting up, but it'll perfect spot to sit in the back while we do our work and supervise. So what we're going to do next is this profile right here is a recurve, and it's a little wobbly, so we're going to go ahead and use an 80 grit belt.
I'm going to keep it wet. I just want to get a nice little gentle sort of curve into that. Even though it looks, now its profile is good. Just going to take a little off the heel, carefully. That back sharp heel. Now we can go ahead and start to do the main profile grind. Coming in pretty low. Keep it wet. Now we're just going to go ahead and do the flat. This could take a while. So we got some really deep scratches up in here. I'm just going to pull those all out. And at the same time, I'm thinning the edge. I'm thinning the whole profile down through here. But we're getting there already. Looks a lot better already, for sure.
Okay, we had to change the plan. I had to go back to a 50 grit. And I'm just going to do all the work with the 50 grit, because the scratches that were in there were just too deep.
So now we got our satin polish. And then we can thin and taper if we want to. We've got our profile, we got our K-tip. I'm going to do the handle next. I'm going to do the flat of the handle. Just trying to get rid of some of that old material. So there's our flats of the handle, getting down through the worn out. And then I'll do the rounding here on the slack. Very lightly. We do have some deeper damage, but mostly I'm just doing this to... You do want to watch out for kickback, so just pay attention to what you're doing. Just kind of sanding off the whole surfaces. Then getting in here, I'll use the edge of the belt. Now flip over. That's how you can grind out 30 years worth of damage. This here is a hard little spot, so we're going to come in and get that right there. Right there, and then we'll do it on the other side. That's how I keep the blade moving away. There we go. And then we can do a little more rounding and blending. So I brought it back so that they match on both sides. Then you can feather it back together. Beautiful. Much cleaner. Okay, that was our rough grind step. And I just removed a lot of the old damage and stuff like that. And then for the 50, I'll go back to the 80 grit. Just putting in the satin polish line. And then we'll expose the sides. And we'll do it down here. Now it's starting to feel good in the hand again. Just a light little bit. On those corners and those edges. Okay, here's our secret step. This is the Trizac 100 grit A160. It's got to put a high satin polish in. You'll see some deeper scratches right there too. I got to go back and fix those. Okay, now that we got the basic handle shaping and resurfacing done, and our knife's resurfaced, flattened. We still have a little more satin polishing to do here, but we have our K-tip. I'm going to go ahead and do the sharpening. And come in, put the new Apex bevel right on top. The reason why I do that now is any little light scratches that I may put into the side, we can come back when I'm doing the satin polishing. The final satin polishing, and those will get removed. Okay, put in the bevel. All the way down, heel to tip to heel. Coming out there. Edge trailing 3 micron on leather. If you want to go for a polished edge, we'll bring it up over here. Give it the final strop on the leather. This will give it a polished edge. It'll remove a lot of that bite I'm always talking about.
but your final result will be somewhere in a best test of about 100. All right, so I went back and I actually used a P180 grit. We did a different satin polish luster on the full surface, and I changed the profile of the K-tip just a little bit. I gave it just a little bit of a curve, broke the edges so it doesn't feel sharp to the hand. We have a handle's been contoured. It's going to need boiled linseed oil, which is food grade, and then once we get the boiled linseed oil on it, this is what our handle will look like when we get all done. So we got a little bit more to do off camera, but this is the final grind. The edge and the tip has been redone. We did that in about 10-15 minutes altogether, I'd say. And I'm going to leave it right here with you guys. I appreciate anything. If you need any of the products or supplies that you saw me use today to do this work, you can get them at currycustomcutlery.com. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Aloha.